Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that equips leaders and entrepreneurs to achieve their greatest potential. Hey, this show is sponsored by Current Leadership Coaching, and they help entrepreneurs excel as leaders so they can create super teams. I hope you're having a great day today. And today, I don't want to waste any time because we're going to be talking about leadership, accountability, and goals, and how these three things are directly connected in so many ways. Before I dive in, I want to dedicate this episode to all the people in the Run to Your 500 Mile Challenge Facebook group, because y'all have really motivated and pushed me this year to achieve more than I ever thought possible. So, one of my biggest personal goals this year was to run 500 miles by the end of the year. And this was a huge goal for me because I really hadn't run much in the last 6+ years. Now, granted, when I was in the Air Force, I ran quite a bit, but a few ailments have really slowed me down considerably over the last 5 or 6 years. So setting a goal to run 500 miles, man, it just seemed like a mammoth task for me. However, I was determined to get in better shape and achieve this goal. As a way to hold myself accountable, I decided to create a Facebook group called Run to Your 500 Mile Challenge, and I invited my podcast listeners and Facebook friends to join. Now, I didn't really think too many people would jump into this, but within a week, there were over 75 people who joined, and now I knew I was fully committed to this goal. I mean, it was on. If I'm willing to create a group that wants to achieve this goal of running 500 miles, I sure as heck better not quit, right? I knew I needed to lead the way by getting consistent with my exercising, and I wanted to encourage others along the way as well. Well, I started taking it very slow. I primarily focused on just keeping my heart rate low to begin with. As the weeks and months rolled by, I soaked up much encouragement from the other people in the Facebook group, and I tried to encourage others along the way. I stayed consistent. I ran in the rain. I ran on frigid days, and I ran on days that were hotter than heck. But I have kept going, running even on days when I didn't even want to get out of bed. So here we are, the beginning of August, and I'm very happy to tell you that I have reached my goal of 500 miles, nearly 5 full months ahead of schedule. Now, looking back, it's really easy for me to contribute every bit of this achievement to the leadership, accountability, integrity, and keeping consistent in the pursuit of my goal. The cool thing about all this is that some of the leadership came from me. However, I'm far from being an expert at the running game. And much of the leadership in the group has come from several different people who are veteran runners, even running coaches, and even from people who just started getting back into running. You see, we all led at times by the suggestions that we made and encouragement that we gave to one another. Goals are much more achievable when you have strong leadership giving you their support. As far as accountability goes, well, I can almost guarantee that I would have given up if I didn't know that other people in the group were going through the same things that I was. And besides, I didn't want to be the one who started a group and then quit. I mean, I'm the Run to Your Challenges guy. And a big reason why I created the Facebook group was for accountability for myself and others. I knew I couldn't quit. If I lacked the integrity to stick to my word, to stick to what I told the group I was going to do back in January, I would have never accomplished anything. To accomplish your goals, you need to have self-integrity and carry through with what you tell yourself and others that you're going to do. Finally, the consistency of inching my way towards my goal by exercising 4 to 6 times a week really paid off. And it just goes to show that big, huge goals are achieved one day at a time, one step at a time, 1 mile at a time. Because you can't get to 500 miles without getting through the first mile and the 10th mile and the 100th mile. And you can't complete any of your big goals without consistently progressing forward. You just got to keep going and not give up. So to wrap up, I challenge you to set a couple of big goals for the remaining 5 months of the year. What big things can you accomplish with some leadership, accountability, integrity, and consistency. What can you lead others doing? Who can you hold accountable? And who can hold you accountable? This is where you can get a little creative, like forming a Facebook group or a Marco Polo group or whatever. Push yourself and encourage others. As far as one of my 5-month goals, well, I'm doubling down on my 500-mile goal, and I'm going to now aim for 1,000 miles this year. With 22 weeks left in the year, I need to run about 23 miles a week. And I'm not going to lie, this is going to be tough, but I'm going to stay consistent and achieve this goal. Or I'm going to at least give it my best shot. Now it's your turn. What goal will you achieve by December 31st? 22 weeks is a lot of time to accomplish something big. So let's do this together. Email me at paul@clcteam.com and we can hold each other accountable. Hey, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And be sure to listen tomorrow as we continue this discussion on the topic of accountability. As always, thank you for listening. And until tomorrow, run to your challenges.